when you look at it, and this is something that me and you we've talked about several, and it's something that we've decided that we want to tackle. What's happening to the boy child?
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah.
I think for the boy child, the one thing that, because that's a passion that I have.
Yes.
That's something that's very important to me.
Yes. And I think that's why even Shiko sent me your way.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually why we started even talking.
Yeah.
I think the boy child has been neglected.
Yeah.
By society, yes, but mainly by their fathers.
Okay.
And you see, I always tell people this: tell yourself what you want. I was raised by a single mom.
Yeah.
But even my mother admitted that she cannot raise a man. She cannot raise me to be a man.
Yeah.
And it's only a man that can call out another man.
Yeah.
And it's only a man that can turn a boy into a man.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. We'll have lots of people arguing, maybe in the comment section.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what they say. The reality is, if you understood what being a man was, you'd understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if you don't understand, then you're not really a man. You're a physical man, but you're not really a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the reason, and it's not to attack the person.
Yeah.
It's just that so they can understand that there's something that they are missing that they need to get from other males.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's conversations that we have amongst other men that affirm each other.
Yeah.
There's a special language that comes that that the thing is women can't do.
Yeah.
Just like with my daughter, I tell my wife all this all the time, and I say, you're probably going to be closer with Laura than I am.
Yeah.
Not because I won't want to spend time with Laura, but because at some point in time, she has to learn more from you than she can learn from me.
Yeah.
There's certain things about being a woman I can never teach my daughter.
Yeah.
There's certain things about a man a woman can never teach a man.
Yeah.
A boy, never, even if she tried. Yeah. I think and those who do say that they have is because they've oversimplified the role of a man.
Yeah.
Or they've idealized who they want as the perfect husband. So they try to make their sons to be like that, but they miss, there's the aesthetic.
Yes.
Yeah. And then there's the substance.
Yeah.
So the aesthetic part, they get perfect. They've polished it.
Yeah.
But the substance is lacking.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So the boy child is under a deep attack, and it's because there are not enough fathers present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always say the boy child is a key player in society. So if the boy child is affected, then even society in whole will be eventually affected.
Absolutely.
But how do you see us trying to help, or how are you trying to see us solve that problem?
I don't. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I don't. Because I don't think there's enough men who are doing their job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm there. I mentor as many young men as possible.
Yeah.
And I focus on young men very specifically. I think I only have one female mentee.
Yeah.
But everyone else is a man.
Yeah.
And very intentional. In fact, that particular one is because she has a special place in my heart.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm very intentional about working with young men.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have, with the exception of my grandfather.
Yeah.
After leaving his house day to day, I didn't have a male figure. Okay. So I know what it's like not to have someone to look up to.
Yeah.
At least on a day to day. So I think there's not enough is being done.
Yeah.
Or nothing as far, not to say that there are people who are not trying.
Yeah.
Myself included. I'm just saying that if you look in 10 years where the young boys who are right now are going to be, I don't think they will be. And this is I'm not being negative.
Yes.
I'm just being honest to say at the current rate we are going, they'll be worse off if we don't do something.
Things are not looking good.
They're not looking good at all. And we can stand, and there are people who will maybe stand and say, it's now time for the girl child. And it's important to support the girl child. I'm not against that.
Yeah.
But those girls that you have are going to need husbands.
Yes.
They're going to need men who know what they're supposed to do as a man.
Yeah.
That saying back in the day, a man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Yeah.
Many kids don't even know what that means. You know what I mean? They can't even define what does that even mean for me as a man.
Yeah.
So masculinity, the unfortunate thing, hasn't been defined, and that's one thing. It's a lack of definition, a lack of examples, where a lot of men run away and they say, I've provided, that's all I want to be known for.
Yeah.
But there's character which you have to build in kids. There's destiny and promise you have to call out in these children.
Yeah.
And because that's not happening, and because men are refusing to listen to, and it's not just about church, but to listen to spiritual advice about these things.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, kids are going to suffer,
Yeah.
and the boy child will be worse off.
You know, the other day I was having a conversation even with Sean, and we were like, to know how important a father is in a boy's child is, when I look at a lot of my friends,
Yeah.
they're either the complete copy of their father
Fathers, yes.
or the complete opposite.
Very true.
There's no Atika
In
middle
between,
ground
yeah,
or something.
yeah.
It's either complete
Yeah.
or the complete opposite.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone who's in the middle ground when I really think about it, And to even just understand what you've even said, even like importance of women. If we look at the film we did the other day for Women's Day,
Yeah.
look at how exact those women
Were,
with
those
their
guys are
daughters
actually like they're mirror images of each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even if you look at all the comments, they're like,
Yeah.
how did you get people that are so alike?
That's true.
You know.
Like there's the girl who her mom had a nose ring.
Yes.
Her daughter has, as in, they're just looking at younger versions of
Of
themselves.
themselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you see, even it's there.
Yes.
It's not something that we're saying or we're taking away. It's actually there.
It's a fact and a reality.
Yeah.
That guess what, you're influenced you're more likely to be influenced by the gender that by your own gender.
Yeah.
Than by the opposite gender.
Yeah.
And it's just facts. Even if it because there's some people who get upset when I say things like these.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who get annoyed because I'm putting limitations. No, a man can be raised by a woman.
Yeah.
And he'll become a perfect man. Look at LeBron James. But I'm like, okay, fine. If you want to use LeBron James as an example, just an example,
Yeah.
then why hasn't LeBron James abandoned his wife and kids so that his wife could be a single mom to raise another?
Yeah.
He wants exactly what he didn't have.
Exactly. And you can
Yeah.
see his son is exactly him.
Like him. So if what she did
Yeah.
was, and I'm not discounting what his mother has done. She's
Yeah.
raised him well.
Yeah.
However, if what am I trying to say? If her desire, if being a single mom was the most ideal situation,
Yeah.
then LeBron should allow his wife to be a single mother.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
If that's a good thing, if that's what we should glorify,
Yeah.
then LeBron should have just abandoned his wife and kids,
Yeah.
and just be a single. His wife should be a single mom, and let his wife be exactly the way his mother was.
Yeah. And I think there's some people who might listen to this and say, okay, so maybe someone's father's passed away or everything.
Yeah.
But like you lost your father very early.
Yeah.
But you found someone to feel that. Yeah. So even for the ladies that maybe might listen to this and say, well, like, even if he's decided to be absent.
Yes, which is also a thing that we need to discuss.
Yes.
It's very wrong that men do that.
Yeah. But even if he's decided to be absent, find someone.
I think 100%. With my mother, what she did, she was intentional about finding someone. But number one, she was intentional about making me understand that God was my father.
Yeah.
And the person that you need, in my opinion, is in the Word. Because you see, if you allow God to speak to you, He'll give you the right examples to look for. You see?
Yeah.
He's enough. Obviously, there's physical representations that we need sometimes.
Yeah.
And He can send them.
Yeah.
Every so often, God would send an uncle, my dad's brother, for example, or my grandfather was a big one for me.
Yeah.
That guy was, I love that guy to bits, maybe rest in peace. He was an amazing, amazing man. And God sent that man to me because He understood that I needed to see a physical example of the kind of man that I should aspire to be. Yeah. So for the single moms out there, and I know it's hard, and because I've seen it and I grew up around that, and the reason I want to be such a present husband is because I never want my wife to ever be I will never allow her to be a single mother.
Yeah.
Never. I will never allow her.